Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching a game from Tata Steel chess tournament in Wijk Aan Zee, played between Bashkar and Adhiban playing as white, a strong grandmaster, and Elin Rebers playing as black. The game opens up with knight to f3 for white, knight to f6 for black, and after c4 we are in English opening. Game continues with e6, knight c3 for white, and bishop b4 for black. Black aims to fastly develop his bishop and also castle as soon as he can, but with g4 black has to change his plan since we are now in Zvyagintsev-Krasenkov attack. White aims to castle queenside and aims to expand kingside and attack this black king, so king has to change his plans. Firstly h6, another book move, rook goes to g1, supporting this pawn, getting ready for push. We have b6 developing, planning to develop this white squared bishop. Queen goes on b3, now attacks this bishop, bishop retreats to e7, and we have d4 on the board, grabbing the space in the center. Bishop develops to b7, and we have a g5, so white is finally getting ready for this push. H takes on g5, and bishop takes on g5. Computer marks this as a mistake, but after h takes on g5, recommended move is to take knight takes on g5. In case a rook takes on h7 here, the way you continue is with queen to c2, and black can retreat. Let's say if black retreats here, then you have this sacrifice. If king takes on f7, now queen g6 check, and after king goes now on f8, queen takes on g7, and you take the advantage here, and basically you have a winning position. Black's rook will fall. So the game after h takes on g5 continued with bishop g5, not a special mistake, but white kind of lost his advantage. We have d6 on the board, a long castle as was white's plan. We have knight b to d7, black also probably wants to castle alongside. We have h4, since this king is still in the center, white aims to open up the position as soon as he can. a6 for black, a bishop goes on h3 for white, another developing move. Knight goes on h5 for black, offering the trade, and for now d5 is played for white. White doesn't want to trade and he wants to attack and open up the position. e5, of course, black doesn't want to do that. We have bishop taking on d7, firstly with a check, and after queen takes on d7 we have a c5 on the board. In the game, queen to d8 was played. Now let's say after c5, let's see what would happen if you decide, for example, to capture, let's say, this pawn here. Then simply white has this move here, and this is really bad. White is practically winning here if you allow this to happen. After c5, if b takes on c5 is one of the moves, then simply your bishop will fall, so nothing is good here. Queen to d8 was played, and after bishop takes on e7, black decided to go with king takes on e7, and the reason he went for that is that after bishop takes on e7, if queen takes on e7, again you will lose your pawn here, and with that this position will be really hard again. So black, after king takes on e7, lost the right to castle, and still trying to hold on in this game. Knight goes on e4, bringing the knight closer to the center, and this black king, bishop goes on c8 to cover this long diagonal. We have brilliant sacrifice with the knight picking up on e5. Of course, now it is time where you have to sacrifice this, where you have to accept this sacrifice, because if you don't, this position will be over. We have d takes on e5, d6 on the board, and computer actually marks this as a mistake. After d takes on e5, the best by computer evaluation was knight to g5. But after d6 check, black still had a chance, and in the game c takes on d6 was played, and after rook takes on d6, game continued with queen to c7, another great move for black, pretty much the only move here that makes sense here for black. We have a rook going on g5, and right now b takes on c5 was played, which is a mistake here for black. After rook takes on g5, the way to continue was bishop e6, attacking this queen, pardon me, and of course if the queen moves we are fine, but if rook takes on e5, then the defending maneuver was rook to h6. Now still By computer evaluation, black is doing just fine, but of course this needs to be proven here since your king is still in the center and you have to defend. But according to computer, this was the way to hold this position. After b takes on c5, which is a huge mistake, now rook takes on e5 was played and king f8 was played for black. Now after rook takes on e5, bishop e6 no longer works because now we have two rooks and we can sacrifice one rook. And after queen takes on e6 check, king goes on f8. Now this is a checkmating attack. Knight to f5, rook to f5 check. We have to give up our knight. After this takes, g takes on f6, queen takes on f6 with a check. And after king e8, queen takes on h8, and we lose a lot of material, and with that we'll lose the game. So this was the way to go. So after rook e5, now king to f8 is a must. Game continues with knight to g5, aiming at this weak pawn on f7. We have a bishop to b7 right now. For now, it is defended. Black tries to open up the position and activate his pieces somehow. Rook f5, another pressure on this pawn, and now after knight to f6, we have a brilliant sacrifice. Rook d takes on f6, g takes on f6, and rook takes on f6. Now this pawn cannot be defended. King goes on g8, we have rook g6 check, king goes on f8, we have some slight repetition here, and right now rook takes on f7 was played. If queen takes, then this is a checkmate, so you cannot do that. We have c4 trying some counter-attacking, we have queen to b4, we have a5 on the board, queen to b5, and right now bishop a6 attacking this queen. Queen goes in the center, preparing some discovered attacks. Bishop b7 attacking this queen. Pardon me. Now this attack is no longer possible. Of course, discovered attack doesn't work because your queen hangs. We have queen to e6 and now queen to c6. Black offers a trade and also prepares some counter-attacking ideas. Of course, you don't want to trade. You are down in material. Queen to e5. Queen h1 check, king goes on c2, bishop e4 check, and it looks like black will have some counter-attack, but of course this is just a desperation, because after knight takes on e4, we have king takes on f7, a final mistake of the game. After king to c2, basically there is nothing you can do. One of the moves was bishop e4, queen e4, bishop e4 was the move, but after knight takes on e4, computer actually recommends this move here, and after queen takes, to go into this endgame, but white is 2 pawns up, this king is exposed, there is no way of fortress, and this is a winning endgame for white. And after knight takes on e4, we have king picking up on f7. Black probably thought that this was a winning, but unfortunately it's not. It's actually a mating net for the black king. Knight d6 check. Now in the game king g6 was played. We have queen g5 check, king h7. We have queen to h5 check, king goes on g7. We have queen to f7 check, king h6, and knight to f5, a brilliant checkmate. This is how this game ended. Of course, after knight to d6 check, you don't need to go on g6, you can go on g8, but the position will be almost the same. Queen e6 check, king g7, queen f7 check, king h6, and knight f5 will be again checkmate. After knight to d6, if you go on f8, then the checkmate is even faster, with queen to f6 check, and now king g8 the only move, and queen f7 is the checkmate. Truly wonderful game. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess. And if you wish to improve, you are more than welcome to check up the link in the description of this video. I'm a part of this wonderful chess community where they teach you everything from chess openings, middle game, end game, how to think as a chess player, how to attack, how to defend, how to win won positions, how to save lost positions, and much needed knowledge you need in a real chess game. And something you will that will greatly benefit you on your chess improvement road. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really wish you a pleasant day, and feel free to share your opinions about this game. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.